Gary, 3-0 victory over Glentoran, a really good win tonight.
Yeah, superb from start to finish. I think the boys settled really quickly into the game and got themselves in the front foot. The Glens came to presses and have a go in that. Like, I mean, they tried to press us high and left spaces in behind, and we were able to exploit that. You know, Shawnee Graham done sensationally well for the first goal. I mean, and that goal just before half time really settled us and got us in and put us on the front foot, like you say, and we went on and won the game comfortably in the end.
Yeah, Lee Bonis and Andy Ryan will take the headlines because of the goals, and 21 goals and 20 goals are both on. But that assist for the first one, we have to mention, we have to talk about from Sean Graham.
Now, we went in afterwards and I'm speaking to Seamus as we do after the game, and I'm saying Hassiel was brilliant tonight. Cricky was unbelievable. Levi Eyes was outstanding all night. Big Rashawn didn't miss a thing. Kane won every head. You know, you go through the whole team and they all contributed massively there tonight. But Shawnee Graham and that, the way he throws himself into the tackle, that's Shawnee. There's no back doors in him. Right? I mean, he goes into everything with the same sort of, with that real determination to win the ball, and then to have the awareness to play an absolute inch-perfect pass was fantastic. And like I said, if you leave space in behind, Lee Bonis is going to punish you.
In games like that, is the first goal really big in terms of, you know, getting your noses in front and having something to hold on to and kicking on from there?
Yeah, massive. I think when we get the first goal and that there, the gaffer's always conscious of getting at the boys going, don't rest on it. Don't rest on just going one that, go and get the next one. Go and get the next one and be relentless about trying to get goals. You know, that's what we need to do and keep always be on the front foot. But yeah, the first goal in that there, the timing was perfect. I think it was reward for how well we played in the first half. You know what I mean? And second half and that, the goals came at really good times again. Just when the game was sorted, I kind of going a wee bit dingy-dongy. Like, I mean, they were going longer with a lot of balls, asking a few questions and that like of us. But like Chucky and Addy, you know, from that position, he's absolutely deadly.
Yeah, people will be wondering why Andy Ryan's only started taking free kicks. He scored one a fortnight ago. He whistled one past the post last week, and he's got another peach of a free kick tonight. Yeah,
Levi fancies himself on it. Lee Bonis fancies himself on free kicks. We've got a few, to be fair. You have options, like you mean, but when Andy can step up and do that, like you mean, there's only one person going to hit them from now on by the looks of it.
And again, we didn't rest on that 2-0. You know, give us a little bit more comfort, but we continue to push on. And Levi Eyes with another brilliant assist, and Lee Bonis with another cool finish to make it 3-0.
Yeah, very good. Like, I thought Dylan Sloan was outstanding, by the way, tonight. You know, the amount of football that young fella's missed. You know what I mean, over the last sort of 2-3 months, not different. The big injury he got at Linfield, it was a bad injury for him at his age, and he was flying at the time. And to see him back out there, produce that level of performance and the maturity that he gave about it, like, he actually hurries and hustles back to try and put them under pressure, and Levi then bursts through the tackle and drives forward, and it's an absolute inch-perfect pass onto a greatly timed run from Lee. And actually, we're right behind it, and he just lifts it over the keeper's foot, not like in the bottom corner. It's a brilliant finish by Lee, and another great goal.
Our midfield had been sort of set for so long, and we were tonight missing 2 out of the 3 players that have played there for so long, with Leroy and Joe Thompson missing as well. But I suppose it just shows that, you know, the depth and the hunger that people have to come in and make the shirt their own and produce big performances in big games like that.
Well, like, even Donzo missed tonight through suspension as well. Like, I mean, Leroy's one of them ones we just got to manage him a little bit. He does so much work, you know what I mean, and he's led a little bit of a growing problem with him, like, I mean, but it's more managing it, like, so it is, and it's protecting him from himself more than anybody else, because the big man would work a minute's silence. So he would do, like, you know, so he's been great, like, so it has. He doesn't want to miss games of football, but he understands it's for the benefit of him, and if we needed him tonight, we could have put him on. Joe Thompson starts back training with the squad and that there on Monday. He's done a mountain of work with Mick in the background there, trying to get himself fit and rehab, and he's ready to go again, like, I mean, and hopefully we'll be looking at minutes against Newington on Saturday. So yeah, having them 2 boys coming back, having Donzo back and the suspension cleared up and that, like, I mean, bodes really well for the next lot of games.
There's 8 games left, and the title race. Tyrion's always very particular about telling us that it's one game at a time, but tonight is another one ticked off, and, you know, it feels like a good victory and an important victory, and we'll bank it and move on.
Yeah, like you say, we banked it. Like, you mean, it's there now. You know, attention's now turned to Newington. You know, that's the way the manager works. It's the way he's built. Like, you mean, he puts so much effort, so much. There's just a mountain of work that really goes in behind the scenes and that there to prepare for each and every game. So it is, it astounds me every time and that there, just when you think there's not a stat that could be found that we haven't already found, he'll find another stat, he'll find another little edge, he'll find another way in that there of making us better. You know what I mean? And him and Seamus are relentless in that pursuit and that there of not conceding goals, of making sure we build from solid foundations and we find ways of hurting opposition. You know what I mean? So our homework will already start now on Newington. Every attention will turn to make sure that we get into the next round of the Cup, and we'll give them the same respect we showed the Glens today.
And has that been the key to success over the last number of months, over most of the season? Taking one game at a time, the outside noise will only sort of increase the closer we get towards the end of the season, but is it a matter of blocking that out and just focusing on the next task at hand?
I think in that there's a massive amount of belief in the group and that they're amongst each other, like you mean in the round of training ground, and how hard the boys work, and understanding the amount of work that goes into everything that we do, and that work will stand by you. Like you mean, there's a real belief in the work that we do more than we believe in that we're going to win every single match. You know, it's just keep doing the part of the process, do everything that we possibly can the right way, make sure you look after yourself properly, make sure you prepare properly, make sure you've done your homework on the opposition out there, and we leave no real stone unturned. We don't look for excuses, where we find ways in that there of improving, like you mean, and I think that's been the secret in that there behind where we find ourselves, and that won't change, and that'll never change while Tiernan and Seamus is here. It just won't happen.
And lastly, as you mentioned, Newington are up next, quarter-finals of the Irish Cup. They dumped the Premiership team out in the last round. They seem to have found really good form, so no doubt we'll give them all the respect that they've earned and are due.
Yeah, they've got a great win on Tuesday night down at Portadown, and the manager sitting in the stands. Everybody was at Cliftonville and the Blues game and that there, but our manager's down watching Newington because they're the next challenge after tonight. So they were the next challenge, and he was down preparing already. Such as his relentlessness to get every result we possibly can. So that will stand by us all. Like the work that he puts in. So yeah, we'll flying at the minute. Rory Donnelly's gone in and given them a real fresh emphasis at the top end of the park. They're a dangerous team. They'll know our pitch really well, having played out of here. We're in the home dressing room obviously now, so we're the home team. But it's going to be another tough game. It's one we have to be prepared for, and we will.
Super, thank you.
Well, Tomas, 3-0 win over Glentoran. You'll be delighted with the performance tonight.
Yeah, when it was a big game, I knew everyone in the Irish League would be watching us tonight to see what we could do. We'll make no bounds about it. We watched Linfield, and it was a good performance from them on Tuesday night, so we had to come out and put on the same sort of display and let everyone know we're here for the title challenge.
There wasn't many chances in that first half, but Lee obviously opened the goal 5 minutes before half time. How important was the time of that goal?
Yeah, I was talking to Dean on the way up there. I said I've been raging if we didn't score on the way in. I thought we had a few chances. A free kick was flicked on. Lee hit the post. We had a few good balls into the box and stuff. I didn't think they created much, apart from a shot at the row, and I think he would have expected to save. But I was delighted when we got the goal at that minute, because I would have been raging if we went in 0-0.
And Ryan obviously gets second. How much does that second goal in a game like that ease the pressure on the side? It
eases the pressure big time, because our defensive record's so good, but like a slip, someone makes a mistake, a free kick, anything, and you're back in the game. So it gives you a wee bit of a cushion, and you can just sit in shape and try and catch them on the counter, and we've done that for the third.
You say about the defensive record there, I think it's 6-7 league games now without conceding. Seems to be clean sheets no matter who's in the back line. Yeah,
everyone knows their job. The staff work really hard and tell them boys what to do, and there's a lot of communication back there. Everyone knows what to do and work hard for each other. That's a given in football, and when you do that, a team finds it really hard to create stuff against you.
And a result like that tonight, without the likes of Leroy Miller, Aaron Donnelly, Joe Thompson, does that show the depth we have in the squad that maybe we haven't in previous years?
We'll probably miss Leroy and Aaron, not Joe, to be honest, because he needs it. But it shows what the boys are here, brought in here for, the squad. You're ready to go when you're called upon by Tiernan, and we've done it.
Obviously, I think there's just eight league games left this season, still fighting on two fronts. How important is every game now going into such a crucial stage of the season?
Well, I said the other day in an interview, I treat every game now as a cup final. You have to treat it. It could be your last. There's a few boys in the yellows and stuff, and they're worried about missing games. But as the gaffer said, you just go out, play your game. If you get a yellow, you get a yellow. You deal with it when it comes to that. I had to do it last year, and the boys stepped up.
And we are still fighting two fronts for Newton next week. How big game's that?
It's massive. Irish Cup is absolutely huge, and I think everyone here, I think only me and Mark's left of the boys that felt the pain of that cup final defeat in COVID. It wasn't great, and I'd love to rectify it this year.
Yeah, it's one of the few competitions that maybe has evaded us since the takeover, especially.
Yeah, it's been a competition of heartbreak. You've seen it the first few years against Korea and stuff. We've always just seen the fall at a certain hurdle, and hopefully this is the year we go on and do it. But Newington will be no slouches. We've seen them against Portadown there, and they're a very good team.
Yes, they're obviously a side that going well. Obviously, the likes of Roy Donnelly joined them in January there. What kind of threats do they pose?
Yeah, listen, they have a few players that I know myself that I played in the youth teams with. Darren Stewart, Eamon Hughes, they're all good players, and listen, they're not going to make no bones about it. It's a cup final for Newington. They know they have nothing to lose. All the pressure is on us, and we have to be the ones to deal with it, and we have to impose our game on them, and hopefully come out with a victory.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you.